Folks, according to the clock here on the computer, we've reached 9 o'clock. It's time to open this meeting, so I'll call it to order. And first thing we have to do today is recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll have a Pastor Tim Kraft have a prayer immediately after that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Precious Lord, thank you so much. You're our creator. You're the giver of life. You are our light and hope. You're our wisdom and strength, if we'll let you. It's all ours, just for the asking. And you're the one, Father God, that just knocks our socks off with those sunrises and sunsets we've been seeing. Wow. And I want to thank you for this great country and this county that we have, the freedom to govern ourselves. So I'm asking your guiding hand to lead us all through this meeting. May each one of us and our leaders and our commissioners approach your tasks with wisdom and insight on how to better lead our county. And may the conduct of all of us create an environment that's cooperative and respectful. We ask these things in your wonderful and powerful name. Amen. Thank you.
The next thing on our agenda this morning is public comments on items not on the agenda. I'm looking out here at the audience. Is there anybody who has something that would fit in this category they'd like to speak on? Seeing none, I think we should proceed to our next item, and that would be to determine additions or revisions to the agenda. Is there anyone here at this table or in administration there that sees something that needs to be moved, revised, or comment on before we proceed? Hearing and seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll motion to accept the consent agenda as presented by staff.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there anybody who wants to discuss a particular item here that or make a comment before we take a vote? Not seeing any. Abigail, would you help us out here?
Commissioner Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Winger,
Yes.
Commissioner Hurst,
Yes.
Commissioner Bogner.
Yes. Motion carries. We have we're moving on to our business items for today's meeting, and we have a 7A is a Caterpillar certification powertrain rebuild, certified, I guess that was. I ought to read what it says. But anyway, Megan, I
Good
see
morning.
you're up there.
Megan Davidson, Reno County Landfill Director. It's that time of year. We go through our equipment replacement plan, budgeting purposes. We do rebuilds on our Caterpillar dozers. We get to do 2 rebuilds on these machines from when you buy them new. This dozer in particular is ready for its first rebuild. It has a little over 15,641 hours. A little different from what I wrote a couple weeks ago, but we use it every day, 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Dozers at the landfill are used for pushing the trash, compacting the trash, helping build cells. They are a necessary piece of equipment for landfill. We use them in the municipal solid waste site where the trash goes. And then we also have one in construction and demolition as well. Caterpillar has the only high drive, final drive system, which allows for keeping the sprockets on the final drives easier to maintain and clean. It's in a triangle shape more than just flat on the ground. So the rebuild process, it will save the county a lot of dollars doing this. This machine's a 2019, and we are going to rebuild this machine 2 times. We rebuild around 15,000 hours. And so we're kind of over that limit, but it was right where we did on our equipment replacement or rebuild. And then in another 15 or 10,000 hours, every time you do a rebuild, you get a new serial number. They rebuild all the components. It kind of listed it out in that background information, what they do with these machines. We get it brand new for 3-year, 5,000 hour powertrain and hydraulic warranties. A rebuild cost of this machine is $626,000. So when we bought this machine brand new with a trade-in, it was $838,000. The machine we traded in way back in 2019 was a 2007 dozer that we actually purchased from Public Works that lasted over 25 years. So doing these rebuilds like this, it allows to save the county dollars. A new machine runs about $1.2 million. So you're looking at half the cost of doing a rebuild, which you're pretty much getting almost a new machine. The iron is the same, but all the components inside are new. So
Well,
that is what I'm asking for approval to do.
thank you, Megan.
You're welcome.
This has been a program that's been going on for a while, and it's really proved successful as well as efficient. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, Foley Caterpillar in Wichita, they started this rebuild program. We were actually we were the first rebuild machine that they did over 18 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. They actually they just did their 500th machine about 4 months ago at the Wichita offices. So it's a good program. It's the only program that's offered 100% rebuild program with Caterpillar. So I believe in it. It saved the county a lot of money doing it. And I know equipment is expensive and it's not going to get any cheaper. And this is a way for us to make the longevity of our equipment last. Being as that we work in an environment of trash every day, 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, it's tough on it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Megan. With that, it's good public knowledge and that's why it was put on as a business item, so that the public could be informed as to why we're doing this. And with that, if there's no further comments up here, I'd entertain a motion to okay this expenditure.
I'll do it. I'll motion to accept the approved certified powertrain rebuild on 355 dozer from Foley Equipment in the amount of $626,700, or yeah, $724, I think it was, or something like that. Anyway, which is what you got listed there. Whatever is said there. So
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
yeah, it comes out of equipment. I assume reserve fund for doing that. Is that just for public knowledge? I mean,
This is out of the solid waste fund, so it has nothing to do with property taxes. This is Megan's enterprise fund.
right.
And I'd like you to say how many other counties use our landfill.
We're contracted with 5, but we really only have 4 that use it because McPherson has their own landfill, but we are contracted with 5. So it would be Harvey County, Kingman County, McPherson, Rice, and Stafford.
And you guys do a great job. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I appreciate that.
All right. Let's have a vote. Abigail, would you help us?
Commissioner Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Winger,
Yes.
Commissioner Hurst,
Yes.
Commissioner Bogner.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. We've got the next item on our agenda would be,
It's a travel policy.
okay,
Commissioners, this is my item, and back in September, there was a a study session where you discussed this. We went over the changes from the current travel policy to what's in front of you today. It's been a few months, but I did some edits. What was in the packet, I did print out a new one placed on your table because there were some clarification comments that I had forgotten to pull out when I put it in the packet that said clarify this. Those were just my notes to look at, and I did not remove those before putting them in the packet. But so the one on your desk has no word changes other than removing those notes to make comments. But this policy changes. It's more comprehensive, and this was drafted by Joshua, our intern, when he looked at our current policy, delivered it presented it to directors at a meeting we had last year, took some comments back from directors, made a few changes, and that's what you saw in September. Now this is in front of you for possible approval. It is recommended. It's a lot more comprehensive, more detailed about requirements for travel and making sure people are documenting why people are traveling, cost. It does change from to have more per diem for meals so that people will get paid when they're not provided a meal. If they're travel for conferences and they're not provided meals, it gives them a per diem amount that they can get instead of actual costs and going to a restaurant, asking for the restaurant to not put sales tax on it and then get detailed receipts and then turning that back in for approval or reimbursement in some cases. That also includes tips. So this has been talked about for a while among directors as a recommended change because previously the amount that per meal when they go to larger cities was not covering the cost. So that's one of the reasons for the change. But any questions on the policy?
well, somebody got a question or?
Well, I think it just makes it more transparent. If somebody sees us on a trip or any other department head, they know what they're going to get for travel and expenses. And it's, people can look at that if they want, but it just makes it more transparent.
Yeah.
All right, if there isn't anything further, I'd entertain a motion to accept this new, what do we want to call it, a travel policy?
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve the new travel policy as presented by staff.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion before we vote? Seeing none. Abigail?
Commissioner Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Winger,
Yes.
Commissioner Hurst,
Yes.
Commissioner Bogner.
Yes. I don't believe I have an agenda right here in front. I do now. We're trying something a little different this week or this month. We're going to have county commission reports and comments before the county administrator reports. See how this works out. So with that, county commission reports and comments. I think we've been starting down here. So Richard, you want to?
Well, I hope everybody had a good holiday break. And I've actually visited with a number of people in my district over that course of time. And we actually, I don't know if most people saw the article about the big castle on Adams there that had the big light show and everything. And I actually got to meet the new owners of that house, and they're from the Northeast, up in New Jersey area. And they were looking to move because of the high taxes there and high cost of living. And they were looking at states, and that house kind of popped up on their screen. They looked at it, and the price, he said, was half the price of what they were looking at in other states. And so he got an engineering job here in Reno County, in Hutchinson, and he's doing some work on the house to get it up to some more standards that they want. But that being said, they're going to make that their home, and it was great to meet him, meet the family and everything. And he was excited to be a part of Hutchinson and Reno County. And when I told him that I was a commissioner, I don't live too far from him either, but we kind of got to visiting some. And anyway, he was really excited about being here. And it was just great to hear. And somebody from, like I said, the Northeast, parking right here in Hutchinson, Kansas, in the middle of the country. So anyway, that being said, and then I've had some people comment about other things going on in the county, they saw the property tax, and of course you always hear that, and I say, well, we're trying to get things under a budget that we can, and we're hoping for the economy to hopefully have a turnaround. It is nice seeing lower gas prices and some food items that are not as high as they had been. So that being said, they've been in my ear, and happy to have them do that, and hopefully we can help them out in the future with that. So that's basically what I had. We had a great holiday season ourselves. Had a little sickness, but got through that. And I just want to thank all the first responders. With all this stuff going on around the country, I really believe Hutch and Reno County has some of the best, and other cities have some of the best first responders in the country. And it's great to have them be a part of this community and the job that they do.
Ron?
Friday attended K-96 Corridor Development Association meeting, of which we're a part of, along with Haven and South Hutchinson and Sedgwick County and Reno County and Mount Hope. Okay, I'll start again. We attended the K-96 Corridor Development Association meeting last week in Colwich, and during that session we had Senator Blasey and Representative Sywert there to have a discussion over state legislation, and it was very, very well presented by both the Senator and Representative Joe Sywert. So, and good questions and comments, and hear what they think is coming down the pipe. The K-96 corridors is proceeding along in pretty good fashion and representing the area and the longabout from Mays to South Hutch. And Chamber of Commerce was there also. I guess that's all I have at this time.
Randy?
Don't really have anything much.
For my part then, Mr. Partington and I attended the YMCA as an organization here in town wanted to talk to some legislative people and fill us in on what they'd done in the past year, and gave a reports. Not that we fund anything there or anything. It's just good to know what they're doing, and of course their new building. They're excited about it. The thing that kind of caught my attention is the amount of cooperation between public entities, certain schools and stuff, using their facilities so that it doesn't have to be duplicated by the taxpayers. And different programs they got health-wise for cardiovascular exercise and stuff after surgery, and on the Parkinson's. Those are muscle diseases, and to hold a patient, there's been quite a bit of that in our family, so I know. To hold a, you lose muscle control, part of speaking, hard to walk, those kinds of things. The right exercise programs that they are providing helps to keep that at a level pace. I mean, there's no cure, but really helps the quality of life. And they are, if I understood that right, they don't charge, you don't have to be a membership to take advantage of those medical deals. So if you're in that situation, because I've seen it personally in our family, might be worth looking into. It's you know, they're a nonprofit, and that's one of the things they're doing for the community as a nonprofit. And I didn't realize they were doing that. So that kind of caught my attention with, like I say, with the amount of it that's in our family. So just kind of wanted to give them some kudos there for stepping up. Anything from you guys? Well, I know this was commission reports. With that, I'd say we ought to be moving on to your comments and your reports.
Okay, in the packet is monthly reports for aging, public transit, appraiser, clerk, community corrections, communications, emergency management, and facilities. Wanted to see if there was any questions on anything in the monthly reports from those departments.
I didn't see anything that stuck out.
Okay. Other thing, just dependent, obviously after this meeting, there's going to be a joint meeting over at the annex at 10 o'clock. Depending on direction at that, we may have a joint, or not a joint, another special meeting next Wednesday. So I just wanted to bring that up here before we go over there, that there is a possibility of a special meeting next Wednesday, the 21st.
If that's it, our next item on the agenda, we're at a new year here, and we need to have a reorganization of our board, get a new board chair appointed and vice chair appointed. So I guess at this point, we would open that up for nominations as to who would be next year's chair. And if no one else has a suggestion, I would nominate Ron Hurst to be our chairperson next year. Do we need a second on that?
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion or anything like that? If not, let's have a vote. Abigail?
Commissioner Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Winger,
Yes.
Commissioner Hurst,
Yes.
Commissioner Bogner,
Yes. Ron's our new chair. Do I turn it over to him now, or do I finish the job?
You're fine where you're at.
Yeah, we're here at the end, so he'll start the next meeting.
Okay. So we need to get a new vice chair for next year. Do I see any nominations for somebody as vice chair?
I would nominate Randy Parks as vice chair. if he's willing.
Sure.
I'll second that also.
We have a move and a second. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none. Abigail, you're up again.
Commissioner Parks,
I don't want to vote on myself. You got three down here if they did. Yeah, I'll say yes, though.
Commissioner Winger,
Yes.
Commissioner Hurst,
Yes,
Commissioner Bogner,
Yes. Looks like we've got a new crew in place for next meeting. Anything else we have to do? I take it you're both accepting. I'm just reading through here. He's already said he would. So we've got our new crew.
Just got voluntold.
Yeah, there you go. That happens. Anything else we need to cover here? Somewhere I didn't come up. Oh, hey, there it is. They stuck it in the back instead of the front. Oh, that's a different agenda. That's not ours for this. So
Bogner, to touch on a little bit about what Commissioner Winger said, is that the programs to bring people in appear to be working. And I would just encourage all the communities out there to get in much involved as they care to, and with the chamber and so forth, and make their wishes known and make themselves known to the commission, and push them a little bit to get involved in the whole area of the county with regards to the Love Where You Live programs.
with that being said, appears we've reached the end of our agenda. So I would declare this meeting adjourned.